สวัสดีค่ะ
Well, it's time to do
YouTube video again.
YouTube update. Our last update was the 2-year anniversary of the farm, right?
Yes.
Lots happened since then.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's not easy being green, is it? Yeah. But rainy season has started, so things are really starting to green up.
Everything green. We green.
Yeah, we're even green because of the rains. But I wanted to get everybody up to speed because we've built a chicken condo, we've had chicken surgery, we've tried to remedy not having fish, we planted some new vegetable beds, we have members sending us care packages, fixing up the hoop house, all sorts of stuff's happening. So I just wanted to address some of these things real quick, get everybody up to speed, right? I'm JC. This is Nat. Together we've helped hundreds of foreigners get more life for less money by having a retirement in Thailand. Now we've set out on a new adventure with the help of Danoi, Kakao, and Gopher. Together, join us on our journey while we turn this into this and make a full forest and help make Thailand green again.
2 years later.
So before the rainy season, though, right before the rainy season, we did a trip with the kids. Where'd we go?
We go to Cham Beach.
That's right, we went to Cham. And one of the things was we have some inquiries about our condominium, which is up for sale, which is a killer deal, 72 square meters right across from the beach for like 1.7 million baht. And the yearly fees for that condominium, it's crazy, are less than some people in America are paying for 1 month of rent. We pay the whole year of our maintenance fees, so it's killer. Great deal. And what I really appreciate about that condo is the wind that comes through there. It was hot. It was killer hot here. It was before the rainy season started and the cloud cover. And we got there and that breeze is just so nice coming through there.
Yeah.
But one of the main reasons we went is these glasses that I wear. I always get them adjusted because I'll be playing with the kids or doing something and sort of bend them up and I take them in to have them adjusted. Now these are progressive lenses that are also transition. They darken up in the sun. So they're really expensive. And Nat bought them for me for a present, God, what was it, 5 years ago, something like that. Yeah. So anyway, I took them in to have them adjusted because the frames were wobbling and stuff. And one of the shops said, "No, we don't want to touch these things because we're afraid we'll break them." I said, "Okay, Nat, next time we go to Cham, I'll go to the guy who made these for me." Great guy. His office, his clinic is just south of Market Village. He's a real ophthalmologist, a real doctor, and did all the tests, everything. But anyway, I took them to him. Said, "Can you adjust these?" I bought them here, and came back out about 15 minutes later, handed me yeah, they were broken. He broke them. They were just too fragile at that point. And so anyway, we went there for that, but the kids had a great time at the beach burr.
Before school opened.
Yeah, before the school opened back up. That's right, for the new term. Gopher had never seen the beach, so that was exciting, right? Have him there. And, yeah, the waves and the sand. This is the thing. It's not hard for foreigners that are living here to make a difference in people's lives. Older people, younger people, whatever. Turning Gopher on, it was, for me, special anytime I can turn a kid on to him riding a bicycle for the first time, or seeing the beach for the first time, or doing something that we take for granted, it's a special moment for me. And so I really wanted him to go, and it was a great time. And anyway, so the glasses were broken. I went, oh no, what should I do? And he says, because he didn't have the frames anymore, right? He said, well, you can take them and they can weld them or something, but that'll take about a week. I said, I need these for work. They're my glasses. And so we came back here, and we went to a little optometrist, a little shop in town here. And I showed her the glasses and said, do you have a frame that we can fit these lenses in? So we got one that was relatively close. The frames were 1,800 or 1,900 baht for the frame. She ground down the lenses, put them all in, and everything. Done deal. So I'm good to go. I got glasses again. And the moral of that story is, even in small towns, you can get stuff done, like get your glasses repaired. I do want to buy an extra set of frame for a backup, so we don't have to find another one, have her grind down the lenses again. But I'm good to go. And that was, I thought, was pretty inexpensive to have all that done. And that was the frames, her grinding them down, putting them in. And I thought it was going to take a day or two or something. We went and ate, and she gave us a call and said, hey, they're done.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was cool. Also, our chicken condo. We had the dust devil come and take our little, it was basically a prefabricated greenhouse we had before, a shade house. It was just plastic with some metal framing and stuff, and I had it tied to some trees, but the dirt devil came through and picked that guy up, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Gone.
Destroyed it. Destroyed it. I think I told him in the 2-year update about that. And so we worked on, Nat and I poured the concrete slab underneath, had some 4 poles we put in, got some people to come over, construct the condo for the chickens. How much did they charge for the condo? It was cheap.
3,500 baht.
Yeah, 3,000. It's like a little over $100 to have them construct the whole thing. And we bought the material. So we bought some metal poles, some Shira siding. Done deal. So the chickens now have a new condo.
How, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really good. And so the chickens are real happy. We have a nesting box. Well, anyway, here's a tour of our new chicken condo. Check this out. So we wanted to update you on the chicken condo back here. It's working out pretty good.
Yes.
There's a couple issues. One, I got to finish up the door on the side. We've ordered the automatic door on the front for the chickens to be able to come in and out automatically at sunrise and sunset. So that's on its way, and it'll be installed. But everything's working out real good so far. I think they're happy to be back. And we've had a problem with the dog over where they were staying before, way over there, coming in and eating the chicken food. So what I've done now is put up an electric wire. So I turn this on when we're not around to make sure that the dogs stay out. And got this little stake in there to hold this close because the chickens like to open it. But it's working out pretty good. We haven't finished it yet. It's still a work in progress. This area here with the steel is going to be closed in with a screening, and there'll be a door here so that they can come outside the coop but stay contained in case we need them to stay contained. And we have the hanging feeders, which the birds seem to come and eat a lot of the food too. As you can see, it's empty now. I got to put food in every day, so I need to come up with a different system than this. Also, it tends to get a little bit wet when it rains, and so that's an issue. And our little ladder seems to be working okay. They get up there, not a problem. Now this over here, and this is made out of steel, and this is Shira, which is an artificial wood. And this is going to be a door to clean it out from the inside in case I need to get inside. And we made a mesh bottom, so when they roost at night, and you can see the roosts in there, there's a couple of them that they can sit on, their excrement And where they defecate is down here. It's easy to clean up and use for our mulching and stuff like that. And we've got insulated roofing up here to keep them cool when it's hot. Plus some shade trees that are helping to shade this. So that's all working out pretty good. And one of the nice things about this too is we built the nesting boxes on the back here, so it's easy for us to get the eggs, especially if Nat and I aren't around. So I've got a little hook up here. I can raise this up and hook it. An interesting thing, Nat and I just got back and we noticed, oh, it's gone now. Oh, it's gone. There was a cow in our yard grazing when we got back just a few minutes ago. I guess maybe Nat's son chased it out of the yard. I told him leave it, let it mow the grass. And as you can see, we've now let things grow. The rains just started. Today it's been raining almost all day, and you can see how fast everything starts growing once it gets some rain, some water. It's amazing. If you get down low and I zoom, you can see how fast things are starting to grow. So that's interesting, huh? But anyway, our nesting boxes, and as you can see inside, you can see the roosting bars and our door. So I'll be able to get in and clean this out if I need to. And let's see what we got here. We got a farang egg. 4, 5, 6 eggs today. So this makes it easy to get in and get the eggs. And so the kids can take care of this if we're not around. They can come collect the eggs, put the food out into the food containers, give them some water, and we're good. So that's our chicken condo tour. And so that's a done deal, basically, because I got the door on now. And so the shear is on the door, so you can open it up, clean it out. It's great because when they sleep at night, what happens?
They have the hole for the key come out.
For the key to come out, that's right. Not the key to your heart, but the key from the chicken, which is excrement. Chickens mostly defecate at night. I didn't know that. That's why there's so much key under there where they sleep, right? Yeah. But we have the netting in there where it can all fall through, so it's easy to sweep it up, mix it with some straw or hay or whatever, and put it on the plants for mulch and stuff. So that's really great. But one of our chickens, what happened to one of our chickens?
Sick.
Yeah.
Time for surgery.
Yeah, we had to do chicken surgery. One of our chickens had 2 problems. One is, and I'm still trying to resolve it, and you can put it in the comments if you know how to fix it. Originally, when the chicken got this, I think a year ago, we gave her ivermectin, which is a product here called Ivercock, and it seemed to address this, but she has this gurgle and a cracking when she breathes. You can hear it. And so we're working on trying to fix that up. But she also had what's called, do you remember the name?
No.
Bumblefoot. Bumblefoot.
Boom.
Yeah, boomfoot, right? Bumblefoot. And bumblefoot, they get something in the pad, and it's got this big black circle on it, and then it gets infected in between the toes. And we had to go in and do surgery on her. And so, you know, that wasn't so good. Here, you can check this out. Okay, today we're going to play vet because we have a injured or sick chicken. And let me introduce you to the patient. Here's our patient for today. And our patient has what's called bumblefoot. So if you look at her foot, you can see these inflamed areas in between the toes. So what we got to do is we got to cut this open and take this out. And I'm sure she's not going to be too happy about this, but I think she'll be better off once we get this done. And if you see this black in the bottom, that's where the infection started. So this has to come out first, and then we got to get all the inflammation and infected area cleaned out. So that's what's on the schedule for today. And we have Nurse Nat helping me out. And let's see how well we can do repairing our chicken and getting her well, right? You ready? Let's go.
She look okay now. Can drink water.
So we got the scalpel, cut all that stuff out and everything, bandaged it up. Today we're actually going to take the bandage off, the vet wrap, and see how it's doing. We cleaned it up one time, right? Put new wrap on.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that again, maybe take it off today if she's in good shape. So that happened. And how is our 600 tilapia we put in our pond doing?
Oh, gone.
Yeah, we never see any fish.
Yeah.
I kept buying food. I'd throw it in. Every once in a while I'd see a catfish or something. And then we have these little fish in there, but...
Yeah, that's not tilapia and something. I think the farm feed.
Yeah, we're thinking the snakehead fish or something. There was a predator fish in there when we put the 600 and ate them, because we never saw dead fish, right?
No.
But they never ate the food, right? So we made a well, here, check this out. You'll see how I made the containment area for our new tilapia.
See?
We're basically starting over again with the fish, but this time we're going to keep them contained. So this is a netting, and it's sort of a rectangle that extends into the water. I want to say it's 1.5 meters or 2 meters. And so today we're going to make a frame to set that in, and then that whole thing will sit in the water, and it should sit above the water about 0.5 meter above, so the fish can't jump out, fish can't jump in. And we'll restock it with fingerlings once we get it built and in the pond, and that way we'll keep them contained until they get to about a hand size or something like that, and then we'll transfer them out of there back into either the big pond or our smaller pond and continue to raise them that way. And then again we'll add small ones back in to the netting again and keep this system going and start producing some fish, some protein. So that's the plan. Today we're going to put this little guy together, and it shouldn't be too difficult. We've bought the PVC to do it and the fittings and everything like that, and so we're going to get busy. All right,
Good.
looking good. So this is what the final product looks like. We have our net in the water, submerged, with enough sticking out that hopefully the fish can't get out and fish can't get in. And so Nat and I will now go and get some fish. That's right, and stock that baby. How many are we going to put in there, Nat?
Maybe start with 500.
Start with 500. All right. There you go. That was our project for today. It's looking pretty good, I think, Nat. What do you think?
Looking good.
Looking good?
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up and a hammer up. Is that for you or for the fish? And are we coming back for some of these guys?
Yeah, then want to follow the eye. Put it good.
Gopher. Any other?
La.
Blah. Fish.
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 Sea there.
All right, so we went and picked up some more fish for our new fish enclosure I guess we can call it. We've got 50 of tub tim, and we've got tilapia that will actually mate and produce fish, and then we got another variety that will grow faster, but they don't replicate, and so that's what we got, and we're gonna put them in today. So here we go. It's like deja vu, Nat. We did this before with 600 and seemed to not have any, but we'll see what happens now. So we're going to put those guys in here, and we got some food, and also we've got this pakbun, or water mimosa, I think it's called. Anyway, that vegetable we'll put in here as well and let that grow so they have some food. Today's a good day to do this because the temperature in the water here is probably about the same as the tanks we just got this out of. So let's put them in, Nat. So there you go, and it's now sitting in the kwan. We put in how many fish?
150.
150, 3 kinds.
Tub tim.
Tub tim's a pink one.
Yeah, the Tilapian, one female and not female. What do you call it?
Yeah, we got some that'll breed and create more fish, and other ones that don't breed, they don't produce the eggs. I guess maybe those are the male fish. I'm not sure, but they grow faster and you can eat them faster, but they don't produce it. Yeah, bigger. And so, got 150 fish in there. We feed them every day. Nat's mom says there might be a bird coming to eat those. We're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But they do have some pakbun, which I think is called water mimosa or something like that they hide under most of the time until I throw the food in. But I throw the food in now, I'm happy because I see them eating now, you know.
Bigger too.
Yeah, they've only been in there, what, a week? Something like that? And they're already bigger. We can see that they've grown, so that's really cool. And during the whole 2 years, how many vegetables did we get out of our farm?
Not too much, but we keep going doing.
Yeah, not too much. We had tomatoes, some squash, I think was the first time we planted. We had tomatoes and squash together. We had a few things, a few corn that didn't do too good. We tried the hydroponic and that didn't work so good, and so we're redoing the whole thing again. Nat made some vegetable beds, raised beds, and you've got now beans and cucumber. I had cherry tomatoes, the small tomatoes, but those have died off, but we're planting more tomatoes and got a lot of seeds. So we're going to try and plant some of these vegetables now around some of the things that are already growing that will give them some shade, and maybe put some more raised beds in and get herbs and all this other stuff growing. So we're really going to push now to try and get food. Speaking of food, our fruit trees, we've now harvested from our fruit trees. What have we eaten so far? Bananas. Guava. That's it. Noi na.
Cannot eat yet.
We had some before though. One like almost a year ago we had a noi na. They're still green on the tree right now. And what's the little lamut? I don't know what that is in English. I don't know what the name is. Custard apple is the one for noi na. And we had one cashew off of our cashew tree. We had one cashew. I didn't eat the fruit, but we had the nut. one.
We have
And
mulberries.
mulberries this season is like the tree is filled. Mulberries. Anything else we've eaten?
That's it.
I think maybe that's
Mango.
it. Mango, yeah, mango. Yeah. So anyway, the fruit trees are doing well, and now with the rain starting, I think they're gonna really take off.
All the big tree go.
Big trees are growing. Yeah, we have mahogany teak, a redwood, some kind of redwood, and we're trying to put ground cover down because we said in the 2-year update, right, that we were just going to let things grow, and so we have great members that are sending us seeds, and Darlene's going to send them some seeds. Phil sent us some seeds, and we got beans and like bird seed for ground cover, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to try and get all that stuff growing and let it grow. Chop some of it down so we can chop and drop and keep mulching the beds and the land and stuff like that. Create some walkways through and just let the stuff grow up. But yeah, members sending us seeds, and I have 6 cucumber plants in hydroponic solution growing. They're about this big. We're going to try and initiate some more hydroponic, but we didn't have a hoop house, right?
We have, yeah.
We didn't have a hoop house, and that's pointing that we do have a hoop house now. And we used the metal frame where the plastic and everything had blown off, and so we put the shade cloth back on, and we're trying to pour the floors with cement. And then inside, Nat will do plantings. We'll do some hydroponics in there, and our propagation, our seedlings will grow in there. So we're working on that. That's happening. And our snake dog, did Dick find the big snake, the rat snake? I think it was a rat snake that Gal found, which was as tall as he is, as long as tall as he is. Big guy. And but the problem is if you have a dog, try and keep stuff off the ground. If they like going after lizards, skinks, snakes,
We fire everything.
because he'll start digging through stuff, and so here, check this out. So having a snake dog around is probably a good asset. Keeps a lot of the critters away from around the house, but there's also a downside. Like everything in life, there's 2 sides to every coin, right? When we're in the house or around the house and we hear the dog barking, we come see what's going on. But if we're not around the house, then the dog does whatever a dog does, right? And so here, check this out. So I had some plastic piled up right here next to my irrigation, my drip pipe. And we had gotten a lot of cuttings for what we call frangipani. Here they call it liwawadi. And so we got all these cuttings, and it appears in the morning Nat's son comes and unleashes the dog. We try and keep him tied up at night so he's around in case anything happens. But he obviously saw a skink or a snake or something and started gnawing at our frangipani. So you can see he chewed off all the ends with the leaves and stuff. Not cool, right? So this is not a good thing. He munched these things pretty bad, and whatever it was got into the pipe. So he decided to start gnawing on my pipe too. So the pipe now has holes all throughout it as well. And so some days the dog gets a snake, some days the dog gets your stuff. Anyway, just thought I'd update you on that. If you got a snake dog, try and keep everything off the ground to where if it sees a snake and goes after a snake or a skink or whatever they go after, they're not digging through. It also has done the same thing with Nat's plants down here and stuff. It tries to go through. It's knocked the cactus over before, and so got to keep all those things in mind if you got a snake dog. If you don't have a snake dog, no problem. Anyway, that's the scoop. So yeah, so if you have the dog, don't put the stuff on the ground. Not a good thing. So anyway, and this last week it was hot, but the rainy season was just starting, and we threw the kids in the truck and went where?
Water park.
A water park. Yeah, we have a water park close by here. And how much was it for the kids?
50 baht.
50 baht for kids and
80 baht for the older people.
yeah, so it was 50 baht for her and 80 baht for me, right?
No, we 80 baht.
Oh, 80 baht for both of us? Uh-huh. But yeah, and that was fun. And this is the thing about, again, if you're a foreigner living in Thailand, there's opportunities that aren't expensive to be able to turn kids on. They'd never been to a water park.
No,
So that was really cool, right?
the kwan around here.
Yeah, jump in the trench, the canal. Yeah, so that was really cool. And again, turning people onto something for the first time is really great. And they had slides, big slides and stuff. So that was really, really cool to do that. And that's what's been going on since we did our 2-year update. A lot, I tried to get it all in without boring them too much. Some of the stuff we've talked about, but I wanted to get them updated, like we talk about the chickens, but we had to put them in the old coop, get them in a new coop, build a new coop. We talked about the fish, but before our fish, I kept saying, we don't have any fish.
I hear the jump one, boom.
Yeah, they're jumping, huh? Maybe that's one tilapia left in the big pond. But yeah, the containment area now is set up, so we're going to have fish. So we're working on this sustainability. And the thing about it is that, and I talked about this in the 2-year update, and so if somebody missed it, or I just want to reiterate, what I think is such a cool concept or idea is, when we sit and talk about how much money we spend in a month, the kids have to go to school and stuff like that. And so, but if you took the fuel for our vehicle, going back and forth what? For what?
For buy food.
To buy food. So if you took the cost of fuel out of the equation, and you took the cost of the food that we buy almost every day out of the equation, the cost of living here would be really cheap because we already have the place, right? And solar electricity, water, everything would be a done deal if we could just generate food. So the concept that this person talked about that I mentioned in the 2-year update, imagine every day if you didn't have to worry about what was going on in the outside world, and your goal or your job was to go out in the daytime, see what's in season, right? Yeah, in the farm, see what's in season that's growing. That becomes your menu. And if you have enough variety, you can change up the meals. And if you have fish, eggs, it'd be great to have some crawfish, some crawdaddies, right? And so, is that thunder right here?
Yeah, thunder.
Yeah.
More rain coming.
Yeah, more rain. And so that would be a really cool lifestyle to me, because you'd be in a real bubble, right? We play around and talk about being in a bubble. We'd be in a real bubble. That it wouldn't matter what was happening on the outside. In the outside world wouldn't affect us so much. Not our circus, not our monkeys, right? Yeah. And so I only tell this to you not because I think that all the YouTubers, viewers and subscribers should go out and do what we're doing, but if you can help supplement, first of all, you know what's going into your food, what's going into your stomach, pesticides and all this stuff, nowadays GMO, all these things, you've eliminated all that, right? And you got good, pure food, and you've saved money. And with who knows what's going to happen in the future about food supplies and all these different things. So if you can grow tomatoes and some cucumbers and a few things that you normally eat that you're going to buy in a store, hey, it sounds like a good plan, So we'll keep you all abreast of what's going on here. We're going to continue to try and make this as self-sufficient as possible, and you'll come along on the journey with us. And we'll try and do more shorts and stuff like that to keep you up to speed in between these videos, and maybe cut out certain sections about making the thing for the fish or doing the chicken condo or something, and make short videos also in case you're only interested in specific things. And but remember to like and subscribe if you found any value or you want to help us out. You can become a member. Hopefully I'll get a membership up on YouTube where I can share our weekly updates that I put in our member site with the YouTube community as well, and share it on there as well. So whether you're a member or YouTube viewer, you'll be able to opt in to see those weekly updates because I keep everybody up to date on all the news for the week and anything else that's happening that I think affects us rippers. Anything you want to add in there?
Come enjoy with the raining season here.
Yeah, now's a good time to get over here because we went from over 100-degree days almost every day to now cloud cover, and it's a lot cooler. Things are growing, the air's cleaner. Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Everywhere now in Thailand.
Yeah, it's good. So come on over. Make this your home. See ya. JC and Nat out. Stay well and stay strong. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.